So this is where we choose your first heading font. Headings are just like Microsoft Word or Google Docs, also important for SEO. Now my recommendation is that you choose a more conservative header font. In a second we're going to choose a display font, which is a more poppy one. And in this onboarding you're just going to have two to play with. Of course, after you sign up, and in episode 4, that's when we're going to customize all of your fonts, and the bots are going to help you with everything, even the line height and letter spacing. It's going to run it all across your site, which is going to save you hours. So that's why you don't need to be a designer. Anyone can do it. And here's a sneak peek. You can see here that this is what the bots do here: line height, letter spacing. It then goes and applies that across all of your fonts, so they all just work together, which is super cool when you're doing things like font pairings, which we're going to cover, like I say, in episode 4. So while we're here, I'll just give you a sneak peek of the page editor, and you can see that all the fonts that we design, which is what we're going to be doing on episode 4 today, all the fonts that we design are locked down. So that's just like the same with the way that the colors are locked down. And the key advantage there is, well, a website has many content editors. It even has content editors that maybe come in from a different company, like a marketing agency or a content agency, that come in to help you. And so what you don't want to do is let those people have access to things like fonts and colors that can really go and mess your brand guidelines, add in things like maybe a maroon Comic Sans or whatever it is. So that's one of the key advantages here of the mobile platform, that we lock down the styles area. And you can even, as you'll see in episode 2 today, you can even lock down the permissions so that they can't even get into the styles area to change fonts. They can only use what we design, and so they will always stay on brand. So I'm just going to select Roberto Condense for now, knowing that I can update this properly in episode 4, which is coming up in 10-20 minutes time. But also check out another episode where I'm going to get an AI to do an actual whole web design for us. This is on day 3. I'm going to ask an AI to go and design a website for a tourist events website. Okay, and then it's basically going to do a design and create and generate loads of images for this website. And I'm also going to show you a font pairing. And in that font pairing, I'm going to be using a font called Philosopher for the display font, and then a font called Just for the heading font. And it's a really, really nice pairing. You'll see in episode 4 how we approach pairings. But this is all coming up. So just select any of these fonts. We've chosen just a slimline variety here of heading fonts for you, just to get you through this. We don't want you to be distracted at this stage of the onboarding picking fonts. Okay, so I'm just going to choose Roberto Condensed here. And then I'll go over and hit the next. And this takes me to a preview, so you can see how my website's coming together now. You can see the heading font is here. My heading fonts are just shown on the right hand side, look, over here. And now what I want to do is move on, because we're going to select our display font, which you can see on the left. Okay, so let's hit next and choose our display font. Well, here I'm just going to select Space Mono, just to give you a quick preview. So again, I'll hit the preview button. You can see there it's updated, display font, and scroll, and you can see that that's updated. That's updated right the way across this theme that we're about to spin up and create. Okay, but Anton was looking pretty good. I like Anton just to showcase some of the themes at the end. It's a nice printing press style font, and you can see here on the left. So I'm quite happy for that now. It's not going to be the one that I choose in episode 4. Okay, and let's move on.